Hello there everybody and welcome to another interview video. This time I'm going to be interviewing Alex and Samantha Barrett on their Squidlit game. Now, let's get started.
Hi, this is Samantha and
Alex Barrett.
And we are the owners and creators of Squidlit Ink and the video game Squidlit. I am the producer and one of the designers, and Alex is the lead designer. And we are here to answer some questions of Patrick Barrett.
Why did y'all create Squidlit?
And I think the answer to that one is that while I was going through my game design degree at the Arts Institute over the internet, Alex was interested in a lot of the projects I was doing, and she was currently finishing up her degree in aquarium science because she has a deep-seated love for everything without a spine.
All invertebrates.
All invertebrates.
Yes.
And so she started taking some doodles from high school and college of these tiny chibi little octopus creatures she calls squidlets, and she started making a game for them and decided to make it based off of the Game Boy, the 1989 dot matrix graphics Game Boy from Nintendo, because some of her favorite developers would often say that the being forced to create things with such great limitations bred great creativity. And that is what brought about the beginning of the Squidlit project.
Yeah. How long did it take y'all to create Squidlit?
The overall development time for Squidlit was a year.
Yeah, about a year.
And that is primarily because Alex did most of the project by herself. And she was also teaching herself how to code in Game Maker while also making the project.
And draw.
And drawing.
Make music. I didn't know how to do diddly.
Do all the music, and she did everything. All of it is 100% original. And Alex did a lot of work, and I started helping out towards the end of development.
Yeah, after you graduated.
After I graduated, I started helping out after doing a few hundred job applications for game design, because it's a very difficult field to get into. So I came in towards the end and helped out with attempting to get things approved for various distribution platforms and getting things set up to have it distributed over Steam.
I like to say that Sam's the only reason this game was released.
I don't know about that, but I worked pretty hard trying to get things going and get it to where people could buy it.
Because it initially just existed to make her happy. It just fill it with things that made her.
What was the hardest part of creating Squidlit?
Well, I personally think the hardest part of creating Squidlit would be either a toss-up of learning the coding language or making the music.
Yeah.
Because making music is extremely difficult. I've dipped my toes into it with our Super Squidlit project, and it is something I have very quickly learned I do not do well. And so Alex is our only composer, and it's hard. Making music is really hard.
Super Squidlet's kind of behind on music right now.
Yeah.
There's so much else to do. But the hardest part, I think, was frankly having anxiety attacks near the end of it due to, I don't want to say crunch, but just I wasn't used to drinking coffee.
Yeah.
And because I didn't drink coffee beforehand, and I was like, oh great, this helps me work, and like I'll drink more of this stuff, and I didn't realize that it was what was also giving me, or part of what was giving me anxiety attacks, because the anxiety attacks lasted
Yeah.
longer than the coffee drinking.
It was pretty rough.
Yeah.
And the closer you get towards finishing a game project, at least for us, the more draw you feel to continue working on it, even
Yeah.
when you should be resting or recuperating.
Yeah, you just kind of lose
You
yourself to work.
And then there's times where you feel like you want to work, or if you're not working for like a full like 10-hour day or something, that you just feel like you're a terrible person or something, and it's hard to get through, but
Yeah.
it feels worth it in the end.
Yeah, it's definitely worth it.
What results were y'all expecting for the game when it was released? Did it do as well as y'all hoped?
Well, for the first 2 years, I'd heard a lot of horror stories about indie games releasing to little to no like recognition, fanfare, or frankly profit. In that case, I think we did pretty well. I mean,
think for like,
considering how bad it could have gone.
yeah, like I was expecting to earn maybe like a few $100, maybe like $1,000 or $2,000 off of the game, and then that'd be it.
Yeah.
But like,
And that's kind of how it was for the first.
that's
2
kind of
years.
how it was for the first 2 years. We were extremely lucky to have oh goodness, what's his name?
Jim Sterling.
Jim Sterling.
Yeah.
We were extremely lucky to be picked up by Jim Sterling.
On like day 2.
On the second day that we were up for sale.
Yeah.
He picked up our game and reviewed it, and had actually some very kind words to say about it.
Yeah.
And
He sounded like he had fun, and he doesn't sound like he has fun too often, so I'm really
Yeah.
glad that he had some fun.
he found some issues with the game, and we fixed it the same day that his
Yeah, we
video
fixed it
came out.
that day.
And thanks to his video, we did a lot better than we thought we would. We also had the very unfortunate circumstance of releasing at the same time that Square Enix was doing a massive sale of all of their games on Steam. And so we got drowned by Square Enix for a bit. No shade on them. They're a fantastic company and I love their games, but it was just an unfortunate circumstance.
You play a lot of 14.
I play a lot of Final Fantasy 14. It did a lot better than I thought it would.
Yeah.
And it was one of the things I knew that we needed to try to do was attempt to get onto a Nintendo console. Either the Wii U at the time, because the Switch was still relatively new,
Yeah.
or the Nintendo Switch. So we joined the Nintendo Developer Portal. We started going through the application process because you need permission to get onto the Nintendo Switch from Nintendo. So we started sending like applications and project plans.
Yeah, at least at the time, it was much
And-
harder to get a you
Oh,
had to
yeah.
get special approval to even buy the dev kit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
And
pretty
Our
tight.
our first.
And we did not make it through the first
No,
time.
yeah, the first time we got the first application, we sent it in, and 3 months later we got a notification saying that we were denied. And I was expecting a denial at that point, so it wasn't too
After
much.
like 3 months of notification, we were just like,
Yeah,
it
it's
might have
like
even been
just-
longer than that.
Yeah, it felt longer, that's for sure.
Yeah, I sure did.
But we persisted, we kept making changes. We went through the Jingle Jam with Yogscast in 2018,
Yeah.
and that was
And
a
this whole-
massive success.
This whole time we were working on Super Squidlit, so
Yes.
yeah.
And so we submitted again last year and got approval, and we ordered our dev kit. We started porting while also continuing work on Super Squidlit at the same time, and that was rough.
Yeah, it was rough.
And we went through all of those checks and stuff, and got it out. And being
We were
on...
overjoyed, like literally jumping
Yeah.
off the walls when we
We-
heard.
One of the things that we ended up having to do is that the wedding that we were... the weekend where we were getting married, we were in North Georgia at this cabin in the mountains, like just hanging out with some of our friends while we were getting married. And thankfully, one of our friends is fluent in Spanish and knew someone who was fluent in Russian.
Yeah, we were asked by Nintendo to make some kind of post in Europe.
Yeah, Nintendo of
So we needed
Europe
a
wanted
whole-
us to make a post, and they're like, "Can you make a post in 8 languages?"
We need it by Monday.
We need it by
Some-
Monday,
Yeah.
and we're like, "We'll do our best." So, like, the 2 days before we got married, we were actually making the European post for the Nintendo,
Like while we were at our
Nintendo of
wedding,
Europe
we were trying
Switch
to
channel,
Yeah.
news channel. Yeah, it was.
And then, like
Oh.
right after that, that was also when when Squidlit was run at GDQ.
Yeah.
Was going on at the same time.
Mhm.
Not that we had
Yeah.
to do anything for that, but it was just kind of shout out to the amazing speedrunning community for
Oh,
Squidlit.
yeah.
Like, oh my god, they're
They've-
awesome.
They have helped us find so many bugs.
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah.
Just if you can find a speedrunning community that loves your game, they are the absolute best bug finding community you'll ever get your hands on.
Yeah, and then right as we were driving home from our wedding, like Squidlit was releasing around the world.
Yeah,
For the
so
Switch.
as we were driving home, we were like, "Oh man, it just released in Russia."
It was like,
Yes,
oh
it
man,
was.
it just released in Germany. It was
Yeah.
like as the little clock went by.
That was nice.
How would y'all feel if Squidlit became a cartoon?
Oh boy. Squidlets existed before the video game. Like
Yeah.
they exist outside of the video game, and there's something that Sam and I talk about all the time.
Yeah.
And I would frankly love that. That would be amazing.
I would love to do a cartoon.
And it's got to be 2D.
Yeah, it has to be 2D.
Good
but,
old-fashioned 2D.
And I hold no qualms. Like, we would not be able to produce it
Oh, no.
ourselves.
Yeah.
We would have to make a deal with someone else to do a cartoon.
Yeah.
But like,
Like I'm delving
That-
into animation for Super Squidlit, but just even like 30 seconds of animation is like
animations, it's
yeah.
a lot of work.
Yeah.
It's a lot of like deep respect to animators
Yeah.
now, because like, my goodness, is animation a lot of work.
Every frame's a painting.
Every frame is a painting. Yeah. Well, that is our questionnaire for Patrick Barrett. We hope you enjoyed it, and we hope you have a wonderful day, and that you stay safe during these tough times with COVID-19.
Yeah.
Bye.
No, thank you, Alex, for allowing me to interview you guys. I've really enjoyed doing this interview. Definitely one of my most favorite interviews I've done on this channel so far. It was a huge honor interviewing you guys. And if you guys would love to try Squidlit for yourselves, then I'll leave a link to it in the description down below. Alright, thanks for watching, everybody. Like, comment, subscribe. Also, share on social media, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye, everyone.